Hi, Gary. Um, we just had this is a hard video for me to do. We just had our third year anniversary. And I remember um, when Jimmy told me, I had written to Jimmy and I said, don't send anybody else to me ever, please. And he waited a long time. And then suddenly he said to me that there was somebody that he thought I would like to meet. And I was apprehensive about it, very. And I didn't want that. I was still hurt and I was afraid of, of whatever might become of things. And I've told myself many times that I don't think I'm meant to love anymore. I don't think that love is meant for me. And that's how I feel. And now, even more than ever. But as much as I want it and need it and feel I like it, it just isn't happening. Anyways, when he gave you my information and you said he made you wait a while, um, it was hard that first time. And as much as I tried not to let you in my heart, I couldn't not do that. Um, you were there, and I couldn't stop that. And it got better and better. And then we had our ups and downs. I mean, we joke about, the wave that we both are. And are we? Yeah, we are. And maybe part of it is because I'm afraid. Um, I'm afraid to let someone in my heart. My David died, and and then I don't want to go into that, but and anything with any of you, but and a lot of guys have come in and out, and none of them ever came back, and only you always stayed in my heart, and always stayed a part of me. Sometimes as a lover, sometimes as a friend. We went in and out of our feelings, and but I never stopped loving and caring for you. Things change between us, and that happens, and now things have gotten so much different, and we're so much closer. And finding this out, um, I mean, my heart aches. You're you're like my rock. You've always been there for me. Um, every morning I wake up now, and not having your phone call, it's like I used to look forward to waking up. I used to look forward to going to sleep because I knew in the morning I'd hear your voice, and we'd have this conversation about the weather or the news or whatever we talked about, sports, and the fact how you put me through into the sports channels, and I would text you during them, and it was exciting. Today is the day with the Packers, and it was supposed to be a fun day in Philly, which I knew really wasn't ever going to happen, but I think none of that was even real, but it doesn't matter. But it's still a Packer day, and as hard as it is for me to feel like I want to wear that, I want my shirts, and um, I don't know. It's just nothing's ever going to be the same. You are everybody's rock. Um, you know how you take care of Jimmy and how you took care of him, and just put him first over everything, and gave up. You're going out on Friday nights and Saturday nights with Thomas and James. I mean John, and just everything. Um, and Jim admired that. And when we met, and things changed with you and I, and then you wanted other people in there, and then you wanted the family, and to be you and Jimmy and John and Thomas and me. And then when the club started, Jim wanted the circle, and you wanted the family. And I told Jim, um, I don't want the circle if I can't have the family. And when he put John and Thomas into the club, I tied into him and told him, "What the hell are you doing? You can't do that to Gary. Um, if Gary finds out, it'll hurt him." And and we joked about the corn cob, and and I didn't want that. I did really tie into Jim, and I know that you guys always laughed that I would do that with him, and nobody else would do that, but I did. I tied into him. I said, "That's a mistake. You can't do that. You have to put Gary in. Um, it'll be hard. It'll hurt their friendship, and it'll hurt if he ever finds out that you do that, and it'll hurt all of them." So, and 2 weeks later, on Father's Day, um, he told me what was going on, or I think Jeff told me, and I was very happy. I mean, really, really happy. And I told him that was the only time I said, "You did good, Mr. Duff." Um, but it's so many things, Gary, that we've shared. And I wanted to go to, we were supposed to go to Derek's. You know how much we joked about how much fun it would be, how much I'd be on the phones with at Derek's, and how we talk about Chris Stapleton. And I don't think I can even listen to it. I want to cry. I want to not cry. I don't want to hear another Chris Stapleton song. And this morning, that damn song came on with him singing with her about "Tell Me When It's Over." Um, Carrie, there's so many things that. Look at how I look. I look awful. My bag's under my eyes. I'm not sleeping. Um, if I could give you my lungs, these lungs would to keep you alive for a long time, I would give them to you. I've lived longer than my parents. Either one of my parents lived, and I had this will to live to be 103 years old, and I wanted to be that woman. I wanted to be that woman that you joked about that said, if anybody could ever crack your shell, it would be me. I wanted to be her. I wanted to show you how good things could be. And even if you didn't love me the way I wanted you to love me, I would have shown that to you. And I would have done everything I can to make life fun and good. And I wanted to see you happy. I wanted that for you. I want that. I just, I can't even imagine this, not having you in my life. I can't imagine not watching a football game and wanting to call you and say, oh my God, and bitch at the Packers or bitch at the other team, or if somebody gets hurt, be worried about them and discuss the act, when somebody gets hurt like we did over those other games and with UVA, all the UVA stuff. I mean, you and Jimmy and I were supposed to go to UVA games. I can't imagine. I can't. I don't know why this is just. It's unbearable for me to even believe that you're going through this. It's so unfair. It's so wrong. You have been there always. You've always been there. And even when I was really down and things were bad, and no matter what, and when I cried, I know how you told me you hated to see me cry. I'm trying not to cry, Gary. I really am. But you need to know that the message that you left me when you told me what was going on a couple days ago, I've recorded it. I mean, I've saved it now, and I will listen to it every day. I mean, all the I love yous from you mean the world to me. And when you said you think about me a lot, I think about you all the time. And I knew I couldn't have what I wanted with you. And I know that you didn't really want to ever think this, but when you came into my life, it was like you took over from Austin. And I know you didn't want to be a replacement to Austin. That's not exactly what you were. But you came into my life, and you made the remark about when Jim had said to me, what would I have done if I were with Austin? And you all came in. And I mentioned that to you. And then I said to you that we should all maybe go see his dealership. And then you said you would take your shirt off. And those are the things that I'll always remember. I'll always remember that. I'll always remember how you reacted to DC. I'll always remember the morning that you phoned, that we talked, and I was still at the hotel, and Banker had gone out to get coffee when I told you what that was like, and I wanted you to be sprinkled in, just as you said. Once we ended that we weren't going to be what I wanted it to be. The night that you did wait for me that night after the girls were so sick and I took them home. I never will forget that. I never will. You one time said that about the sprinkling in, and you said to me, you know how we would be. And then you said it would be absolutely amazing. And I know that. And the fact of knowing that I'm never going to have that, it's really hard. Banker's a great friend, and I know that everybody was hoping that would be a way to get me out of their life, is to have Banker come into my life. And even though Banker wanted that, Banker's not the one I want to be with. He knows that. He didn't like it, but he knows it, and he knows how I feel about you. Because he said to me, he says, it's not Austin, there's someone else. And he said, don't know who it is, but he said, I know there's somebody else that really is in your thoughts. And he knew that you called me every day, and so I think he thought that. And I've recently asked him to please get back with her. And so they're on a vacation right now together. And um, I asked him, I said, get engaged to her again and ask her to marry you and have a happy life. It's not me that you're going to end up with. Um, he would have given me a good life, but he could have never, ever felt what he wanted. First of all, he always had Austin in the back of his head, and then he knew someone else was there. And he's a proud man, and I know how many times you've told me that black men are proud. Um, he he was proud, and he wouldn't have. It wouldn't have worked out. He just wouldn't have never been satisfied because he couldn't have had my complete heart. And that's good. I'm glad. I want him not to be. I don't want him to know how hard I'm having things going here. And he knows because I did talk to him about it because he called me the other day and I was crying and I tried not to talk to him and he just said I need to know what's going on. So I told him and he said I could come there and I said no, 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 no. I don't want you to come here. I need to learn to do this on my own and I don't have you now to give all my thoughts to and all my feelings. And I mean, I've told you a lot of things and I've shared a lot with you. You were the first one that I told about Banker and I being together and having Black, and you were so fun and you loved it so much. And uh, to lose you is like a part of me is going to be gone. A big chunk of my heart is gone. It already feels like it's being ripped out of me right now. Um, Nobody has ever come back the way you always came back to me. You always were there for me. Always, you always showed me caring and loving and thoughtfulness. And when you put me onto the sports stuff, every time I look at that and I think about it, I think that you did this for me, and you didn't have to do that, but you went ahead and did it through Jim stuff and through Jimmy, and I miss Jimmy terribly, and I'm worried about Jimmy. I'm just so worried about Jimmy now. Um, I I'm gonna try. I wrote Thomas and I asked Thomas to please take care of Jimmy. Um, I wanted to be there for you. I wanted to wish I could be there laying in bed with you, just hold you and touch you and touch your face. And I wanted to be able to put my hands along your face and touch you all the way down and feel the shape of your face so that when I would be away from you, I could contour your face and remember you as you are. And I don't have that with you. I have next to no pictures, and I've asked you for that. And I asked you if there is anything that you could have somebody send to me of yours. Little. It doesn't have to be anything big. I want nothing valuable. I don't care about valuable. I don't care about money. I care about who you are and what you could give me from a heart, something that means something to you, whatever it is, little. But I want to always keep it close to my heart and think about you. Um, that's how I could hopefully have some kind of closure, or not have closure, but at least still keep you near. You have been the best friend to everybody, I'm sure. Um, Life will not be the same without you. My heart, my life will never be the same. Um, every day waking up has been miserable lately. I mean, I woke up a couple times at 5 or 6 o'clock, and I go back to sleep thinking I want to go back to sleep, so because I want him to wake me up. And I loved it when you woke me. I loved the talks that we had. I loved how you cared and how you told me about things that were going on last year when Jim, when you called me. I didn't hear from anybody for times like this year again. Thanksgiving came, I didn't hear from anybody. My birthday, the next day, nothing. I've had a couple holidays, years of holidays that have been miserable, and this year will be even worse. Um, on the 15th of this month, it'll be an anniversary date for my godchild was killed. December's not a good month for me. It's really hard. I don't want to celebrate any of the holidays here. I want you here. I would give you my lungs. I would do anything if they could transplant them into you and keep you alive. I'm 72 years old, Gary. I'm no young girl. I don't need this anymore. Um, I don't want the heartache. I don't want love to find me again because I don't think it's ever going to be good. Um, it'll never happen the way I want it to happen, and I'd rather live without it than be hurt. Being hurt for me is it's just hard. It's just tough. It's just really too tough. You deserve so much more, and I don't know your family. I don't know how anybody's taking this. I don't know. Um, I know Jimmy is your family and how much you love him. And Thomas is there. You said Thomas has been there. I don't know about John. I don't know who else, if Aaron or somebody. But I hope that they all know that they are losing someone that is so valuable on this earth and so good and so kind and so thoughtful. And he warmed my heart for 3 years. And three might be my number, but it's not certainly a good number this year. When we hit on the 30th, 29th, when it was our anniversary, um, it was like, where is he? Is he okay? What's going on? You know, the last time we spoke, you were coughing up blood, and I asked you and asked you and asked you to go in. I don't know how they couldn't have found this sooner, but that's not for me to say. I just want you to know that you will never leave my heart. You will always be in there. Take it with you. Feel me. Feel my love. Feel my hands touching you. Feel my body against yours, and know that my warmth wants to keep you warm. My heart wants to keep yours pounding. And nobody ever made me feel like you did, because you always were there for me, even when you were mad at me. Those few days when we didn't talk for a while back there, and the night that you left Derek's and left Thomas sitting there, and you took a cab home because you were upset because you couldn't reach me. I didn't ever do anything to hurt you intentionally. Sometimes the phone situation or whatever does that. I would never have done anything to hurt you. You have to know that. I've loved you for a long, long time, and it took me forever to ever forget about David, and I still don't forget about David. You'll be in my heart right next to him, and I hope you know that you deserved to be here, and I should be the one that's going. So listen to this. Know that I love you. I love you so much, and your message to me telling me how much you think about me, and that things were supposed to, and then you couldn't say things. I don't know what you meant, but that message will be something that I'll listen to and cherish forever. And I didn't want to cry. I'm sorry that I cried a little bit. I'll cry as soon as I hang up here. But I don't know. I can't believe any of this. I really can't. I can't believe this. 2020 needs to be wiped off the face of the earth, out of every record book. It needs to just be gone. We need to go from 19 to 21 and forget 20 altogether. All the people that have died, all the people that have had trouble. Losing Jim, it was hard, really hard. Losing you will be devastating. Please, if I could do anything to keep you here, I would do that. I don't know what else to say. I just want you to know how much I love you, and if you get to listen to this and anybody else hears it, I hope that they'll keep in touch with me and at least let me know how Jimmy is. I'm very sad that I don't hear from Jimmy. I know this is hard on him, but I don't want him to push me out of his life. I don't know what else to do. I really don't. The sheriff's taking Richard out this week. They would have done it already, but they were giving him time to get his stuff together. But he's not cooperating, and I talked to them yesterday, and the sheriff will be coming in on Tuesday or Wednesday to physically take him out of the house. And they told me I have to be out of the house to do that, because they're going to come in with the guns drawn, because they think that he might do something, so to protect themselves, and they don't want me to see that. And if he fights them, he'll go to jail, and I don't care where he goes. But I'm going to stay here while they're remodeling, mostly because the guys have to bring a lot of their tools, and he asked me if I wanted to stay in the house until they are ready to rent it, which will probably be a month, and I said I would. And I've given away 3 of my dogs which has been very difficult for me. But I found very good homes for them, and I have 3 left, and they've helped me through this, and they will help me with my crying over you and missing you and everything else. Ollie, who is like my dad, that my dad's nickname, and my dad is in that dog. That I'm telling you, he is in him. Ollie watches me the minute I cry. Right now, he's watching me every second of the day. He watches me, and I thank God I have that. Just know that nobody has ever affected me the way you have. Okay. This face is 72 years old, so it's old, but in my heart is young, and I love you, and you've meant the world to me. I will really miss you.